happy with. So this is not going into that. This is just sticking to the breast cancer issue. Having going to the doctors, finding a lump, how scary it was, and how I mentally and physically coped with it, which wasn't very well, because it's a really, really scary diagnosis. And it just is so important to have a network of people around you to help and support you, from Macmillan through to parents, family. You just can't put a price on that. But anyway, the price on this is ranging from, I think it's £2.99 at the moment on Amazon KDP. So please do take a look, and even if you don't buy it, would you like it, and share it, so somebody who might be going through the breast cancer prognosis will see that somebody has been through the same thing as them, sort of. It's everybody's own journey is unique, and it's important to find out information for yourself, because 20 years ago when I was looking, there's no social Facebook pages, there was nothing. It was sort of a quiet, diagnosis, and I was 34, which was pretty young to have it back then, which was 20 years ago. And the only book I could find was Before I Say Goodbye by Ruth Picardi in the local library. And her story, she was young, and unfortunately she didn't make it through, but she got her story to as far as she could before she passed away, and then her husband carried the book on. And I'd sort of kind of like to dedicate this to Ruth, because she, although I didn't know her story really, really, really sort of, it really hit me. And I thought, blimey, she's going through the same sort of things as me at the age of a young age, and she had young children, which I did at the time. But luckily I'm still here 20 years later, and a grandma, with two lovely grown-up children who I'm totally proud of, and also my grandchildren, who are little monkeys, and I love them, and I'm so proud of them. So anyway, listen, that's Ballbird, Amazon KDP. Please purchase or share or subscribe. There's also my Facebook page, which is what have I got on that one under? Ballbird Surviving Breast Cancer. Kaye Howarth, Ballbird Surviving Breast Cancer. Okay, so that is actually on my Facebook page, and this is actually just story which is on that page, so you can actually see that also. So whichever media you like to have, paperback, read it on social media, just give me some feedback if you like it, or I guess liking it isn't the right sort of word, but if it helped you, I think that would be the right thing to say. If it helped you in any form or any way, it also helps other people who are supporting the person with breast cancer to understand a bit more about what that person's going through. But don't forget also, getting feedback from my kids was the fact that they sort of knew what would happen to me if anything happened, but they didn't know what was going to happen to them should I not make it through the disease. And that's a really big point. And it's actually my son who said to me, although we were getting support and that from Gran and everybody, nobody ever told us what was going to happen if anything happened to me. So that's the biggest thing. And he told me this about, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, and I thought, my God, I'm really sure that we went through it. But I cannot emphasize enough that if you are going through maybe a life-threatening disease, and you can just touch on it gently, or impediment. Now this guy is he's a real deep thinker. I'll just read you the back of it. He's an author of 3 poetry collections: Ecstasy of the Dead, Fate in the Dungeon of Doom, and Whose Fault, Christmas or Impediment. He's a gifted person with aptitude to explore and demystify certain difficult life issues through his thought-provoking, raw, arresting, transcendent poetry. And it's really deep stuff. I've read this and I've done a review on it. So it's him questioning his soul and why he's struggling in life, and death, and how he's struggling with different issues in life, like we all do. But anyway, I did a review on that one before, but this is a follow up to that. This is Escape from the Unseen Dungeons. Duh, duh, duh. Now this is a hardback, and this feels a really nice book. And I really like the cover. I think it's really quite eye catching. Anyway, Escape from the Unseen Dungeons: How the Demons Leave. Peter Okonkwo. Now this, I really like this one actually. I think this is a bit more maybe easier for me because it's not quite so deep, but yet it is. It's really difficult to explain. It's my favourite one poem that he's put in here is The Tongue. And we all know how much our tongues can cause issues in life. I mean, like things we say, things we do, if we sort of say something we shouldn't and the problems it causes. I really like that. And then there's the one called The Spiritual Thief, about how a person takes things from you, from yourself, not necessarily physical things, but parts of you. So I really like that one too. So anyway, it's really nicely written. I really like this book. And it tells you a lot about Peter, who's a really interesting person. And from the author, there's notes that said, "Are demons real? Is there such a thing as an unseen world? Can a man be held captive in the realm of the spirit and not know? Is there such a thing as a spirit-controlled world? Are our lives a reflection of what happens to our spirit being? And can we ever find answers or understand the incomprehensible things that tie a man down?" So you see what I mean? It's there's like titles of poetry called The Strangers Within, The Reality of the Spirit Realm, Escape from the Unseen Dungeons, When I Was Told That the World Is Not Spiritual, Strong Voices, A Demon-Possessed Body. Anyway, I don't want to tell you everything because that would really spoil it, wouldn't it? But I like this book. I think it's something you can dip into. It is deep, so you know, so do be aware of that. And it is thought challenging, as it is meant to be. But I did like that one. I think I like that one very much. I can't say any more than that, can I really? So there we are, guys. That's everything from me for now. I am in the middle of actually reading a book actually I'm listening to it on audio, so Audible. And I love listening to stuff on Audible because you can listen as you're working around the house or walking the dog or, you know, doing the lawn or whatever you want to do. And it's about the stock market. So I've never really read about it. I've always been intrigued by the stock market, basically by watching sort of films like Wall Street Crash and things like that. So I've listened to it once, but I want to go through it again. It's really, really good actually, and I'll do a review on it. It's I can't remember the title of it. That's really good, isn't it? You know, but I will come back and once I've listened to it properly and can sort of say what I really think, because I will be putting a review up on Amazon of it as well. So yeah. Well, I was just thinking about Audible then. I love Audible books because, do you know why? Because you can carry your library around with you, and if you upload, or whatever the word is correctly, download the book, wherever you are, you can just listen to it. If you're travelling, which I have been, and it's just really nice to, if you hit a time where you're a bit tired, I always end up falling asleep to them. So my poor husband, I have to listen to them on headphones now. So my poor husband has to, I'll put it on, and this is before I obviously have headphones on, and I'll put it on, and I'm sort of like drifting away, and all of a sudden I'm sort of like zonko, and of course my poor husband is sat there or laid there or whatever, listening to the story still go. So by the time I've actually listened to the 2 or 3 chapters, he's probably heard the first 2 or 3 chapters about maybe 5 or 6 times. So anyway, headphones are good. But audio, I love audio books. I think they're fantastic, and I think you can now actually swap them. I hope I'm right in saying that. And you can delete the space, and obviously you're also being a bit more planet friendly by not having them made of paper and taking up space on your bookshelf. Depends which way you want to go. I do love a book in the hand though, don't you? It's just something about the smell of the pages and everything. Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But anyway, that's it for now, and I will come back to you and let you know how I get on with the old stock market book. It's just interesting to try a niche that you've never really looked at, but you're sort of quite curious about. But anyway, once again, big shout out for Nazmul Islam. So I've got to make sure I get his name right. Nazmul Islam on Fiverr. You've been absolutely brilliant. Thank you for all the hard work on my YouTube channel, which I suppose I should let you know about. I shall write it down and hold it up for you so you can see it on the next video. You can always find me on Facebook. That's Kaye Howarth, or you can get onto my website, which is obviously https, and my daughter will love this, www.kayeharvey.com. Okay, happy reading and happy writing.